My wife has been caught cheating. Posted by Tapping Out 123. If you like these stories and want to see more, please like and subscribe. TL, Dr. The wife and I are building a business together. We are almost done. I found out she was sleeping with a coworker. Let me start with some background. My wife and I are both 54, male and female. Married 31 years. She is an RN at a hospital. I have worked for a home builder since I was 18. We have 2 children, both grown out of the house in their 20s. We decided in our mid-40s to pursue my wife's dream of running bed and breakfast. We have been looking on and off for years. We came across a piece of property of 5 acres and a home built in the 1870s. The original owners were large landowners in this area. They had an extensive agricultural business empire. Over the decades, fewer of the family wanted to stay in farming. Parcels of land were sold off. Our town is going through growing spurts as it has become quite touristy because of some, let's say, natural formations and beauty. The farmland along the main highways is being gobbled up. The house and land we purchased are away from the highways. Since we bought it, my wife and I have been redoing the entire house. There has been neglect in some basic maintenance, and we wanted to restore the house to its prominence 150 years ago along with making a living. My wife has been in charge of decorating rooms as I finish, along with paying the mortgage. I am renovating room by room, paying for all material and any professional help, if needed. I am pretty handy, so most work is done by me. In the last few years, the housing industry has gone through the roof. We would work 8 days a week if we could. I was pulling in big money until last year. The pandemic knocked us out of work for a while in 2020, then the material shortages started. Of course, my wife was on the front lines for the last 18 months. Last year she worked weeks at the hospital without days off. The medical staff stayed at the hospital. They had rooms several slept in together. To say the least, the staff got very close. They worked 4 weeks on 2 weeks off. Starting in March last year into the fall, then again after Thanksgiving. My wife has always, after the kids were older, worked for others if they asked. She watched these young parents crying because they could not see their families. So, on their off times, she would give up her time off and offer it to the staff that really needed it. There were others that did this too. The whole Rona experience changed her. Watching people put on ventilators, the deaths etc., she was not the same person. She was distant. Our sex life went to zero. I attributed it to either her experiences or her age. I tried talking about it but was told she just didn't feel it anymore. We still worked closely on the house. We planned trips to an area in our state that had a large Amish population. The Amish here is known for their craftsmanship in woodworking and sewing. We bought several pieces of furniture for the bedrooms along with handmade quilts. This past weekend, we were planning on taking a 3-day trip to this area to buy dining room furniture. I also pay and trade with some wood that I get when I take down in an old barn, which I do as a side gig. Barn wood is very much in demand. My boss calls me and tells me everyone is working the whole week as he was able to get wood and shingles for a house we have been sitting on, waiting for supplies. I told the wife we could go on Saturday and Sunday. On Friday morning, she tells me she is still going with some workers because there is a fall festival going on too. I went to a local bar that night. One of her co-workers comes up to say hello. I asked if she was going on the trip. She knew nothing about it. So I texted the wife asking if she made it okay and asked who was all there with her. She texted back that this friend, her other close friend, and a friend called Stevie. I had heard this name the last few months. Until then, I always thought they were female. I asked her friend at the bar if she knew this Stevie. She said no, but there is a Steven that works with them. The wife gets back Sunday afternoon. She has bags of tablecloths, napkins, kitchen towels etc. She is showing me what she bought. In one bag, there was a smaller bag. She pulled it out, looked in it and said, "Oh, not this bag, it's not for us." I let it go. Later I looked in the bag, she had hidden it in a closet. It was decorations for a man cave for a college team I don't follow in sports, so it wasn't for me. I asked to talk with her. I asked again who all went. She gave the same 3 people. I just asked who Stevie was because we had not met. She told me a woman they work with. I pulled out the man cave stuff and told her I'd talked to her friend, who was supposed to be away last weekend, but her plans blew up. Then I asked who Stevie was again. She started crying and told me who he was, and yes, they were by themselves. They had sex. They have been since last year during their hospital lockdown. So now she is living in one of the finished bedrooms. I have our bedroom. I will talk to a lawyer on Monday. I have no idea what to do about the house, the business, the marriage. To me, she was sorry she was caught but not for the affair. I asked her if she would break it off with Stevie. She was not sure. And now for the top comments. Sell the business, divide assets appropriately through mediation/lawyer. Definitely, divorce here is why she is not sorry. She seems to have no regret other than getting caught. Second, she is unsure whether she can or wants to stop the affair. In cases like this, don't put your life at the mercy of her uncertainty, make that decision yourself. Lastly, for someone to do this after 31 years is absolutely immoral, bad enough when it is early in marriage but after building a life together. Be selfish. Look out for yourself from here on out. Sorry to hear this happen to you. Get yourself some therapy because it's going to be a bumpy road. Get divorce talks going and set yourself up for stability. Wish I could say something about the business, but that's beyond my expertise. It'll be hard, but you'll come out stronger than you were. You deserve better than her. I hope you find someone new once you have come out the other side. If she does not want to cut with the affair partner, it is because she is sorry that you caught her and not the matter. What do your children think of all this? Has she told you if she wants to stay with you or not? Since she found out how she's been acting? She accepted the blame and realized how much damage she did to you? She does not stay in that marriage, and she stops giving him support in her things. I was lying to you for a whole year. When you tried to support her, she refused and decided to lean on someone else. You don't deserve to go through all this. I hope you keep updating. And now for our next story. Snapchat Maps got me caught. Posted by successful_rub_4744. A few years ago, I was dating a girl and the spark sort of faded. To strengthen our relationship, I bought us a vacation to Cuba for a week. 2 weeks prior, she canceled on me due to mental health related issues in which she was to be admitted to a hospital the same week as our vacation to stay there for a few weeks as part of a program the hospital offered. I was fine with it as I wanted her to get help for a year plus since we started dating. I switch her ticket to my friend, and we fly out. The next day I got in touch with her, and she says she refused the hospital program. I was triggered and decided to go clubbing in the city that same night to enjoy my vacation regardless of whether she was with me or not. I met a girl who happens to live in a different province back home. Over the next few days, we hung out daily at the resort, and it became a thing. After getting back home, I tried continuing both relationships, thinking nothing of it since they live so far apart anyway. One weekend I told the girlfriend I was going downtown with some buddies for the weekend to celebrate a birthday. I drove about 300 km to meet the Cuba girl halfway from where she lived for the weekend. My girlfriend catches me on Snapchat Maps and calls out my lie. I managed to get out of it with little suspicion from her. The weekend after, I take the girlfriend for a little getaway with a hotel etc. Cuba girl notices me on Snapchat Maps and asks why I am at a hotel. I said it was a birthday party hosted at a hotel, which is a common thing to do for New Year's Eve etc. She then somehow went on my Facebook, found a picture of my girlfriend tagged, reached out to her with a picture of her and me and exposed everything. I was unaware of it happening until one morning I woke up to my phone blowing up because the two girls had gotten together to make a revenge post about me on Facebook calling me a cheater etc., with pictures of me with the both of them. The girlfriend accepted my apology days later. The other girl got dropped completely. But me and the girlfriend didn't last longer than 6 months after that event. I shouldn't have done what I had done. But the moral of the story here is location services on cell phones are dangerous if you're in my situation currently. And now for the top comments. Well, You shouldn't have stepped outside of the relationship and cheated. No, the moral of the story is don't be a degenerate scoundrel and cheat on your so. And now for our next story. Which lacks the most self-love and respect? The mistress that loves him but knows it won't work, or the wife/girlfriend that chooses to stay even after finding out he's cheating? Why? Posted by just_yak_1071. A little backstory. Once there was a bitter mistress who was sick of being treated terribly as number 2. Bitter mistress did not want a relationship with a crap man. But she loved him deeply. The bitter mistress had no other partners and answered almost every call from crap man. However, crap man only answered when he felt like it or when wifey was absolutely clueless. The mistress was not currently looking for a relationship and felt like she didn't have the time for commitment. She sexed no one but did date out of boredom here and there. Therefore mistress stuck to crap man for the time being until she felt ready to find something real. Crap man and wifey lived together in what wifey thought was harmony. One day crap man upset mistress really bad, so mistress crossed a line and repeatedly called crap man's phone. Wifey answered and told mistress to get a life and that she was sad and immature because mistress and crap man hadn't fracked in months, which was a lie. Mistress taunted wifey and almost told wifey that her and crap man were still seeing one another on occasion. Wifey did not listen and hung up in mistress's face. Mind you, all of them used to be in a poly relationship. Mistress turned the crap man down on a relationship with just the two, but mistress still wanted to frack and have fun. Wifey wanted to be serious and so did crap man, or so she had thought. So they moved in together, and disaster struck. And now for the top comments. It sounds like someone needs a bottle and a nap. Clearly, the mistress has no self-respect. What's your say on this? Do you have a similar story? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.